Hello and welcome to the second episode of Quirk Analysis 101, the series where I give you a detailed rundown on the quirks in the world of My Hero Academia. Last time, we discussed the in and outs of the most powerful quirk in the series, One for All. So this time, I thought it would be fitting to talk about the quirk that was handcrafted to surpass it. Half cold, half hot. Half cold, half hot is an emitter type quirk that allows its user to generate ice from the right side of their body and fire from the left, ergo, half the body is cold and half the body is hot. The quirk belongs to Shoto Todoroki, who is the youngest son of the world's number 2 hero, Endeavor. We first got to see this quirk in action in chapter 11 of the manga and episode 8 of the anime. However, we don't actually get to see Todoroki use his fire side until chapter 39 or season 2 episode 10. At first glance, it may seem like half cold half hot is 2 quirks, but it is actually the fusion of Todoroki's father's Hellflame quirk and his mother's Ice quirk. You see, Endeavor knew that with his flame quirk alone he could never surpass All Might and become the world's number 1 hero. But his flame quirk mixed with another quirk could. So he set up a quirk marriage in order to breed a child that would possess a quirk that could surpass All Might. And so, half cold half hot was born. Using the right side of his body, Todoroki can lower the temperature and freeze anything he touches. The capabilities of this power are plentiful, with Todoroki being able to perform such feats as creating sheets of ice that can freeze entire buildings almost instantly, and creating a massive wall of ice large enough to freeze an entire stadium of people. We see him use this move a lot during the sports festival arc. This power isn't just used for wide-scale attacks, however. It can also be used with pinpoint accuracy. We see Todoroki freeze opponents just enough to immobilize them and not fatally injure them, and he can target specific individual body parts, like when he freezes Iida's engines in the sports festival. These ice powers can also be used to enhance movement. The ice created can be molded into different shapes, meaning that it can be used to create such things as an ice stairs to ascend and descend. It can also be molded into a barrier behind the user, preventing them from being blasted backwards, like when Midoriya tries to blast Todoroki out of the arena in the sports festival. The user can also create an ice wave under their feet that they can use to propel themselves forward at high speeds. Using the left side of his body, Todoroki can radically increase the temperature, which causes him to release sweltering hot flames. Initially, when activating this power, Todoroki's arm and the left side of his head became engulfed in fire, but after some training he learned how to slowly produce the flames from his hand. The fire he releases can vary from a small flame used to light up a fireplace to streams of scorching hot flames that he can shoot in short bursts or in one long continuous stream. There is a lot of potential in Todoroki's firepower. However, it is unclear how powerful his flames can get. This is because Todoroki refused to use his fire quirk for most of his life in order to spite his abusive father, and as a result, his fire is both untrained and untested. Both Todoroki's fire and ice are unbelievably powerful in their own right, but the half cold half hot quirk is most powerful when the elements are used together, as seen when Todoroki uses his flash freeze heatwave technique. After using his ice powers to cool the air around him, Todoroki quickly uses his flames to heat the air. This rapid change in temperature causes the air to expand, which supercharges Todoroki's stream of flames into a super heat wave. Using this move, Todoroki managed to knock out Midoriya, who was using 100% of One for All. By using this flash freeze heatwave technique, Todoroki has opened up his power to an almost unlimited potential. In theory, Todoroki could use these changing temperatures in the air to create destructive tornadoes, similar to NASA's whirlwind quirk. Or, if Todoroki used both his fire and ice at the same time, he could potentially produce water or steam depending on the temperature. This alone opens up another plethora of possibilities. I mean, Todoroki could place water traps in the ground for his opponents, and once they stand in it, he could use his firepower to make the water boil, severely damaging them. Or, he could turn the water into steam, which causes more dangerous burns than fire. The addition of water would also make his ice attacks more powerful, as it would cause his opponents to freeze quicker. There's also the question of how hot or cold Todoroki's fire and ice could go. If his ice powers could reach absolute zero, the coldest known temperature, then he would be nearly unstoppable, being able to instantly destroy anything or anyone. Similarly, if his firepower could reach supernova, which is the same heat as the literal sun, then he could just melt anything or anyone. The list of possibilities for this quirk are endless, so it's not hard to see why Endeavor believes it can beat One for All. However, just like every other quirk, half cold half hot has weaknesses. When using half cold half hot, the user must alternate between the use of both sides. Excessive use of either side could cause the wielder's body to freeze or overheat with potentially fatal consequences. By alternating sides, the wielder keeps their body at a constant safe temperature. When Todoroki uses his ice wall move at full power, his body immediately reaches its coldness limit, meaning he has to use his fire. This is actually a pretty big weakness, as if Todoroki comes across an opponent who benefits from either of his powers, he is then limited to not only one power, but he has to use it sparingly. Even with this weakness, half cold half hot is undoubtedly one of the most versatile and powerful quirks in the world of My Hero Academia. With its essentially limitless potential and sheer raw power, if one had the determination to fully master both its fire and ice, then they could become practically unstoppable. But even if it were to fall into the hands of your average Joe, they too would find this power instantly beneficial. And that's everything there is to know about the quirk half cold, half hot. Personally, this is one of my favourite quirks. I mean, who doesn't want to be able to shoot flames from your hands? But more importantly, you would also be able to sleep on the cool side of the pillow. Sign me right up! But hey, let me know what you think in the comments. Would you like to have the quirk half cold, half hot? And if so, what would be the first thing you would do with this power? Next time, we're going to be analysing Katsuki Bakugo's quirk, Explosion. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. For more My Hero content, keep your eye out for the Lunchtime crew. But most importantly, remember to go beyond, plus ultra.